part of the reason why I became an English teacher. When I was a junior at Martin Luther High School in Maspeth, New York, I was in an art class with Mr. Ron Fibblestadt. And Mr. Fibblestadt, who had one of the funniest names we ever could imagine hearing. Can you imagine a whole family of Fibblestats? You got little Fibbles and big Fibbles, and Fibbles wobble, but they don't fall down. Those jokes were stupid in 1967. They're stupid today. But Mr. Fibblestadt approached me one morning and said, "Puccio, starting tomorrow, third period, don't come to my class. Instead, go to Miss Lochner's speech and drama class. You're going to be in that room from now on." And I said, "Why? I like it here. Art's fun." And he said, "Yeah, but you kind of suck at art. We've had 9 projects, and you've gotten 9 Fs. You have no hope of passing this class." And parenthetically, let me say, he's absolutely right. I am one of those people who has difficulty drawing a straight line with the ruler. You know, you get about halfway across and the ruler shifts, and now your line looks like the stock market. Then he went on to say, "But I've noticed you like to talk. I notice you like to crack jokes. The speech and drama class is perfect for you." And once again, he was right. I met Miss Joanne Lochner, who became my junior English teacher as well as my speech and drama coach. She was the advisor for me on our school debate team, and she was the director of our school plays. And I got to appear in Rodgers and Hammerstein's works like South Pacific, where I played, of all things, a sailor, and said, "Yeah!" Or appeared in Oklahoma and said, "There he goes!" I was even the high school football star athlete in Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation, where I got to stand around. I fell in love with language arts. I fell in love with the power of the written word. And that's what eventually led me, after a number of years in ministry, to pursue an additional career as an English teacher. So I wasn't good in art. I was good at speaking. Now, Lindsay, I had to bend over and pick this up. You could have probably done things with your foot and scooped it up and bounced it on your head and passed it over to Tommy, who also plays soccer, even with his bum wing. Yes, we'll pray for you and your injury as well. I'm not good at sports, although I like them. I tried playing soccer, I was too slow. I tried playing baseball, I couldn't hit. I tried playing basketball, I was too short. So I played the radio. And I listened to sports that way. Everybody has their talents, everybody has their abilities. In our gospel lesson, we hear the people were amazed with Jesus because he does all things well. Now let me ask you, what 2 things did Jesus do in our gospel lesson? Not a toughie. He what? He healed? Healed what? Okay, he performed miracles. What 2 miracles did he perform? Okay, he healed the woman, right? He healed the woman's daughter who had a demon, and he also healed the man who was deaf. Okay? But you know, that second miracle would not have happened if other things hadn't happened first. So let me ask you one more quiz question. I love doing quiz questions. What had to happen before Jesus could heal the man who was deaf and had the speech impediment?
Right time, right place.
You're very close, Jason. Right time, right place. What made it the right time and the right place for Jesus to heal this man? Circumstances. Very good. What circumstances? How is it that Jesus and this man were face to face?
Love.
Love.
Love. You can get love into love.
Get here, I got an aircraft engine behind me.
People kept bugging him, so he left.
People kept bugging him, so he left. But how did he come to meet the deaf man? Let me give you a clue. I'll give you a hint. Verse 32. They brought a deaf man to him. Okay, how did Jesus meet the deaf man? Through friends. They brought him to Jesus. Could you bring somebody to Jesus? See, there's a couple of messages here. First of all, Jesus could not have healed this man unless the circumstances were right and his friends brought him to Jesus. Now you might think to yourself, oh, I can't bring anybody to Jesus. Oh, yes, you can. You might think to yourself, well, if the opportunity came up for me to tell someone what I believe about Jesus, I get all tongue-tied and I wouldn't know what to say. What did Jesus do to the man who had the speech impediment? He unloosened his tongue and enabled him to speak. Seems to me that if you have the opportunity to tell people about Jesus, and you are afraid of being tongue-tied, Jesus is the master, not untier. He is the healer who can untie that tongue of yours and give you what to say. In our second lesson, James says that faith without works is dead. Imagine, if you will, Carolyn, that Reed comes to you all the time and says, I love you, Carolyn. Now feed me. And Carolyn says, well, I'd love to, darling, but there's no money for groceries. And Reed says to you, but Carolyn, I love you. I earned my paycheck. It's my money. I get to keep it. I love you. And Carolyn says, well, it doesn't matter because the electricity got turned off yesterday anyhow, and anything we had in the refrigerator is spoiled. And Reed said, but Carolyn, I love you. How long before Carolyn gets a little annoyed with hearing the words, I love you, but with nothing to back it up? God calls us to talk the talk, but also to walk the walk. Let's sing our next hymn.